Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to This Month in Monster Taming, the segment on this channel where we go over the major upcoming monster taming developments for any given month. This time we'll be going over what's to come for the month of March 2021. Now, let me just say that March actually has a crap ton of stuff going on, including but not limited to a Monster Hunter event specifically focused on Rise, and more on topic here, Monster Hunter Stories 2, the early access launch of Cerealum Ultimate, a few alphas and updates to look forward to, and I've even got some exclusive clips from some devs whom are planning some big things this month. So yeah, with this video, we got no shortage of monster taming content. So as per the usual, sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Okay, so to begin, the Mithrin developers are planning a reveal trailer this month, which will coincide with their newsletter and will confirm the date of the Kickstarter campaign. This is actually set to release either today or very early within the week, so as of such, it'll be the first piece of content that March has to offer. Zane, one of the game's lead developers, also shared this screenshot with me to act as a sort of teaser for the upcoming reveal. I'll leave it to you guys. What do you think this is? What do you think it says? On March the 5th, aka my birthday, yay, the Patch Quest private beta is going to receive an update that will include some of the Metroidvania elements that Liam's been working on, as well as the integration of some of the new pins, which we discussed in our previous Monster Tamer news segment. He's also working towards getting a Steam launch going for early access, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Expect a stream from me following the update at some point. Now, next up is some very exciting news. So running from the 8th of March to the 11th, we have a series of Monster Hunter events, with the 8th specifically going over news regarding Monster Hunter Stories 2. This event will take place at 6 a.m. PST or 9 a.m. EST. That said, we don't exactly know what's going to take place at this time, but I am personally expecting the event to cover a lot more Monster Hunter Rise than Stories, given that the 9th is also dedicated to Rise, but perhaps that's also indicative of the 8th focusing more on Stories, so the 9th can have more Monster Rise content. It could honestly go either way. They also have a community live stream going on at a currently undetermined time on March 11th, which I'm assuming they'll be answering various questions about both games, so once we get the exact timing, we should all go in there and just ask a bunch of questions about Monster Hunter Stories, see if we can get some info about the game. But in all seriousness, I am really looking forward to the 8th, even though I'll be stuck at work that day. Expect coverage the following day, though. Also on March 11th will be the conclusion of the Sky Climbers Kickstarter campaign, which will finish at exactly 9:59 a.m. EST. The campaign has been absolutely killing it, with it currently sitting at over $240,000 USD at the time of recording this video, and it's still climbing, if you would. That said, the backer rewards are some of the best I've seen in the monster taming Kickstarter sort of sphere. They got custom USB sticks, plushies, a Bluetooth mobile and PC controller, and more. The game, if you don't know, is a city building and monster taming ARPG that focuses on player choice, and if you want information, I've done a few videos discussing the game and some of its features, so I'll leave a playlist to that in the description. This isn't necessarily confirmed, but I'm also assuming at some point in March we'll see the public reveal of the pre-alpha, at which point I'll be able to play it and hopefully show you guys some of what the game has to offer. This isn't confirmed though. The following day, on March 12th, we'll see the early access launch of Cerealum Ultimate, a monster taming dungeon crawler with over 1,000 monsters to summon and battle in 6v6 combat, infinite levels, rare lootable items, tons of different gameplay options, and more. Unless you're someone who's been a fan of the Cerealum series, or if you backed for the alpha or beta, I am assuming this is a lot of people's first time checking out the franchise as a whole, given how successful the Kickstarter was and the uprise in monster taming games. So if you're into more strategic and complex battle mechanics and infinite looting and battling, this game's the one for you. Now, at the end of the month, specifically on March 29th, there is a chance, again a chance, that we could get the official launch of the Laxidays Kickstarter, which is a monster taming ARPG inspired by titles such as Pokemon and Persona. This game's setting is situated in a futuristic, sort of cyberpunk-esque world where the government has become tyrannical and oppressive, and it's your job as a main protagonist to probably do something about it, utilizing your various skills and Nanim, which are basically techno-infested monsters, to end their current reign. The game features a wide variety of classes to choose from, whether you want to function as an assassin or an all-out beastmancer, and overall it just looks really good. Now, that said, this isn't a confirmed date, but rather an estimate from the developers, so take that with a grain of salt. From here on out, we don't have specific dates about any upcoming information I talk about, but instead are just labeled as March 2021, so take with that what you will. So first up, we got the full release of Re-Legend, which as of the time of recording this video is planned for Q1 2021, which basically means sometime before March 31st. Now, there could be some nuance there, but typically typically speaking, Q1 means the first quarter of the year, so yeah. Re-Legend is a farming and monster raising game with companion-based monster combat in real time, a crafting system, house customization, and more. And I mean, it's pretty well known, so I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you already know what Re-Legend is. If not, you can definitely check out the stream I did playing the game. Ark Survival Evolved is also supposed to have its Genesis Part 2 update at some time this month, which will feature new zones, new unique creatures, weapons, cosmetics, and basically anything you'd expect from an Ark expansion. That said, before I do see it in the comments, I know Ark is a monlight, but still noteworthy in my opinion. So, I mean, look at this dino. This was actually included in last month's update, but didn't end up coming out, and I'll run through it quickly here as a result, but basically Monster Sanctuary's 1.1 patch, which was initially planned for February, was delayed to March, and as of such, we should see it this month. This mode will include difficulty settings, New Game Plus, improvements to the way the match-made system works in online play, and more. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what New Game Plus has to offer, so I guess we'll have to wait on that. Now, Jason over at Studio Arum has been teasing 2 major content updates for Monster Crown, the first being Content Pack 6, which launched yesterday, so, you know, it kind of spills over into this month a little bit, but the second I'm assuming is Content Pack 7. Now, this isn't a definite confirmation, but judging by the wording in their last update, which states that the next 2 content packs are substantial and to catch up on the monster roster, I wouldn't be surprised if the next update also brings forth some major story areas, and judging from what we've seen with Monster Crown, there's usually a content pack every month, so probably gonna see that one here too. Now, this was an estimation by the developer, but last time I checked, the Drugimon Alpha was estimated to release at some point this month, with it being one of the releases I'm really looking forward to the most. The Game Boy Color inspired graphics and the hilarity that is a game focused around drug monsters in a city that I'm personally familiar with is too much not to be excited. I definitely want to do some sort of co-op stream with my brother, a bit of a grass connoisseur, if you will. So I think that sort of Let's Play will make for something really funny. Now, again, this isn't confirmed. This is something Yathi said to me quite some time ago, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Very quick piece of Chain Monsters information is that the developers will be launching their account system and a marketplace in preparation for the alpha launch, which is now set for April and not March anymore. Alright, so a couple more developers have sent me some interesting pieces of media pertaining to their games, and the first is Gremlins, whom have a plan to release their first short trailer this month, and what you're seeing on screen is a preview of the game itself. This is a monster taming game with a design and theme sprouting from fairy tales. We've mentioned it last month as well, but they have a pig in a straw mech suit to represent the 3 little pigs, and there'll be a ton of other references to fairy tales within the game. I am going to say this here and now though, there must be some sort of Shrek reference in this game. No if, no ands, no buts. Shrek counts as a fairy tale. I don't care what you say. You can debate me in the ring. He must be respected. The next game in question is Monster Tribe, and the developer is planning on showcasing and developing more of the game's environments, and is also working towards a Kickstarter in April as well. For now, we got a few early test maps in which Reese sent me, beginning with the Burning Forest. The second here is the Cave area, and the third is the Snowy Mountains. The Cave also confirms that monsters, or familiars, will be able to follow the player around, which is currently being worked on this month as well. We've also spoken about Temtem in the last video, however this time we have a little more evidence regarding the game's next update, which was stated by the devs to either happen in March or April. This will be the Sapanku update, which will bring forth various digital and electric type Temtem to the game, alongside the long-awaited teleportation feature. So definitely excited to say the least. So yeah guys, definitely a lot of interesting stuff this month, and I can't wait to get my hands on all of it. Expect a stream for all the game releases / updates, and videos dedicated to each of these games and their various updates as well. If you are a fan of the monster taming genre, I do highly recommend subscribing to the channel as we cover all things monster taming here, and you can also check out our Discord for even more monster taming madness. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.